have here with me the tech god. I call him the Delta State headmaster. Nice to have you here, Mr. Victor.
Thank you, Franklin. That's very hilarious.
Sincerely, you win it, sir. Now, please, sir, I really would like to know. Tell us your experience thus far. Tell us about the journey, the entire Glappy journey here in Nigeria.
Thank you, thank you. It's been if I said it's a smooth ride, I'll be lying. It's been a bumpy ride, ups and downs, but it's worth it. You know, Glappy is not an organization. It's not a business. It's a vehicle. And what kind of vehicle is Glappy? A transformation vehicle that is driving the African dream across the African continent. I will tell you more, but let me keep it simple. It's been a very
Well, still not keeping it simple. I sincerely would want you to give us even a snippet on what we should expect from Glappy here in Delta State, sir.
Yes, so Glappy has a lot going on in Delta State. Currently, we are partnering with a lot of organizations, traditional societies, public and private organizations, and we are doing a lot in the areas of innovation. We have like ICT centers scattered across the state. We have innovation laboratories where people can learn and acquire skills in different spheres of influence. So that's just a little of what we are doing. I will tell you more when we get into the program. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Nice to have you, sir.
Thank you.
Well done, sir. Thank you very much. Well done. Once again, it's the Glappy red carpet session. I have another dignitary here with me. Sir, may I meet you, please?
I am Bishop Frank Agogoria.
Oh, Bishop Frank, sir, well done. It's nice to have you in the Glappy experience. Sir, please tell us, what are your expectations for Glappy in Delta State, sir?
I'm so hopeful that it's going to be great, and that by the grace of God, Deltans are going to capitalize on this opportunity to learn, to know, and to become what they should be in our time.
What they should be in our time. Sir, looking at the situation in Delta State, we see lots and lots of youth using technology in the wrong way. How sure are you that this new space will change the trajectory and bring forward youth in Delta State that would take technology in a positive way through Glappy, sir?
I so believe that information is power. So many that we are seeing, they are not informed. Therefore, they do what they know how to do best. But by the grace of God, through this, we'll go somewhere. We'll get to the next level.
Which other way to go further if not through Glappy? Glappy is here to restructure the Delta City and Nigeria at large. Sir, thanks to have you. Thanks once again. Thank you very much, sir. Do have a great day, sir.
God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Let us rise up as we sing the national anthem.
All right, you can see that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, let us work. And we also have our Lord Bishop who is here with us, who is going to be leading us. We are Christians and we are also secular, but we have the Lord Bishop Frank Agogoria, who is also here with us. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your time. And we also have Prince Tejiri and the UPIA members who have graced this occasion with us. They are partners with Glappy. Please look at them over here. Give them a round of applause. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for coming here on time. We really appreciated your time. You know, when you are in Nigeria, a lot of people say Nigerians or Africans, we used to keep African time. But from this event, I have seen that a lot of people are not really African. We have moved beyond that. And I think the UPIA people deserve another round of applause for being here. And my Lord Bishop also deserves another round of for being here on time the moment we were supposed to start. So thank you so much for your time. And so we're about to start now. And before we start, we will need to rise up for prayer. Let us open this ceremony. So please, can you just rise up? Let us pray.
Our Father and our God, we are glad, we are grateful. We thank you, believing that this is the day you have made for us to gather as your own children. Were it not for you, it wouldn't have been possible. But because you made it possible, we are here. Therefore, Lord, may it please you to help us by your grace to excel in all that we have come to do. You are the author of knowledge. You are the author of wisdom. Lord, we have come to learn so as to know. Prophet Hosea said, my people perish for lack of knowledge. We were told that civilization began or started here in Africa. But how come that we are now so backward? Paul said, study to show thyself approved. We have come to study. We have come to learn. Therefore, give us grace to understand what you are going to impart us with this afternoon, so that we'll go home with knowledge to impart our generation. That at the end of all things, your name will be glorified. Everyone will get home the same way they came in peace. This I pray through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
But I'm here to announce to you that Africa is about to lead the world in civilization, and everything is turning. You know, there is a place in the Bible who says, it said the first shall be the last, and the last shall be the first. And we also believe now that it's the turn of Africa. It is the turn of Africans to take the lead in technology and in civilization. And that is why Glappy is here. He wants to empower Africans so that we can take our place in the technological world and the advancement of technological and digital revolution that is coming up. And that is the reason Glappy has come to Africa. And so, Glappy as a name, we are glad and we are happy. And that's why we have brought you good tidings today that civilization and digitalization of our economy and of our lifestyle has come to stay. And Glappy is the launch for that. Please, I just want you to give a round of applause to the visionaries of this great institution. Somebody outside here was asking me, what is Glappy all about? Don't worry, you will soon know what Glappy is all about. It is beyond your imagination, but it's going to give opportunity to all Africans, wherever you are, as an African child, as an African man, as an African girl, as an African youth. If you give yourself to this organization, and like the pastor prayed, if you are ready to learn, you will excel. All right. So right about now, we want to play a video of one of our pioneers who is not here with us. He's going to be speaking to us from the US of A. That is Mr. Russell. A short video, he's going to address us on what Glappy is all about. So if that is set now, I want that to roll now. Thank you.
Giving back. I'm passionate about making a difference. I'm passionate about leaving an impact. The thing about the change agents is talented professionals of African descent or people who are passionate about Africa. Then develop a new Africa. One that people can, be able to attain their human rights. One that people can be able to uplift women and children with the skills they need to develop a new Africa. One that attain their human rights. One that people can be able to, like smart villages, are enabling that across the continent. We are currently in Cameroon and we are, actively getting into Nigeria. We've been in Nigeria for a while, actually since 2000, to Nigeria and in the US and in Cameroon to build something that we are doing of ourselves. We may not see the benefits of all of this, because the benefits might come much later in life, maybe 20, 30, 40. Whether it is our African Kids Can Code program, we are training kids how to code. Accelerate the development of the African continent to maybe in half the time or less. This is enormous work, as you can see. This vision is huge, but again, with your support, we will be able to get there. Again, we're very excited to have you here, and thank you for choosing Glappy. What does Glappy mean? It's something that you might be interested in. Glappy is an I-E-L, happy, P-P-Y, Glappy. So it is that feeling that goes beyond.
Please let's give a round of applause to our coach who just spoke to us from USA with the pioneer of this vision. You can see that the vision is huge. It's beyond those of us who are sitting down here. We really want to help the African youth and the African nation. Like he told us, he said, if you see what Singapore did about 15 years ago that gave them a revolution and where they are today, it's something like that we want to start. So it's beyond what you can see. If you come into the program, you will see much more where you are connected with people all around the world, and you can use the power of technology to synchronize and sync energies and people working together to produce value at the comfort of your home. All right. So before we go, I will introduce you to the agile way of working, but we have some people here, I'm so sorry, that we need to recognize their presence. And one of them is the chief who is here, Chief Isaac. The table, please. Thank you so much for raising. Thank you so much for your presence. And one Obuche Abona who is here. Thank you so much for your time. These are fathers who are supporting us so that the African dream can be birthed. And so right about now, I want to tell you what one of the things that we do in Glappy. And one of the things that we do in Glappy is what we call the agile way of working. Today I want to talk to you about agile and this incredible relevance to organization in our fast-paced and ever-evolving world. As a seasoned agile practitioner, I have witnessed firsthand the transformative power of agile technologies and frameworks in countless organizations. Agile is not just a buzzword or a passing trend, it is a mindset, a philosophy and a proven approach to achieving success in the modern business landscape. In our dynamic and uncertain market, organizations are faced with constant challenges and rapidly changing customer designs. If you are working in a present organization, you should know that the customer is the boss now. If you are a business owner, if you don't follow what the customer wants, in no distant time, you'll be out of the business. And so, agile, to stay ahead of the curve, we need to be adaptable, responsive, and able to embrace change. This is where agile truly shines. It provides us with a framework that encourages flexibility, collaboration, and iterative development, enabling us to deliver value to our customers faster with higher quality. Agile allows us to break free from traditional rigid linear ways of working. Instead of spending months or even years on a single project before delivering any tangible result, Agile empowers us to work in short time burst iterations known as sprints. This iterative approach allows us to gather frequent feedback, make necessary adjustments, and ensure that we are always on the right track. By doing so, we can respond to changing requirements, market conditions, and customer expectations with ease and efficiency. We are living in a world where things are moving very fast. And if you want to be ahead of the curve, you need a way of working whereby you are following the pace of things so that you can be relevant in the marketplace, you can be relevant in your business. And one of the things they teach you in this academy is the agile way of working. That's what organizations all around the world, real tech organizations, that's what they are using to work these days. And you can see, if you have your phone, you can see that once in a while your phone is being updated because customers are demanding new things all the time. We used to have BlackBerry some time back, but because they could not meet up with customer demand, they are out of the market. And Android, iPhones are in the market. Even we used to have Windows do not keep up. They are out of the market. And so agile way of working that they can teach you in this academy is a way so that you can meet up with our present demands in the marketplace. You say, but agile is not just about delivering products, services faster. It's also about delivering value through practices like user stories, prioritization, and continuous integration. Agile helps us focus on what truly matters to our customers. We aim to deliver incremental value with each iteration, ensuring that we are constantly aligned with the evolving needs of our target audience. Agile methodologies such as Scrum, Kanban, or Lean provide us with a robust set of tools, techniques to manage projects, reduce waste, optimize our processes. They help us identify bottlenecks, streamline workflows, and foster a culture of continuous improvement. By embracing agile, we can reduce project risk, improve predictability, and create an environment that fosters innovation and creativity. In conclusion, agile is more relevant than ever in today's rapidly changing business landscape. It empowers organizations to adapt innovative and thrive in the face of uncertainty. By embracing agile methodologies and cultivating an agile mindset, we can unlock the full potentials of our teams, deliver value to our customers faster, and achieve sustainable business success. So let us embrace the agile way of working, break free from traditional constraints, and embark on business with confidence, resilience, and success. Thank you so much. Thank you. And so, this is the agile way of working. That's the thing that is on board. All around the world, you see Toyota, you see Microsoft, you see iPhone, big companies all around the whole world. This is the method where they work. If they want to produce anything of value, they want to know what the customer wants. The customer can change his mind at any moment and say, no, I want this thing better. The agile way of working, it gives us a framework where we can easily change and meet up to your customer's design. All right, so right about now, I want us to play. I want us to have some little time to relax, and I want to welcome someone who will give us a little tip so that we can relax our neck before our boss who is here, who will give us a full lowdown of what the agile way of working and what Glappy is all about, and what we want to do here in Nigeria, and we are starting here in Warri. And so right about now, let us welcome MC Talk and Shop to come and lighten up our mood just a little while. Please give him a round of applause. Guy, I hope you are going to be agile as you are here.
Thank you, MC. God bless you. Good afternoon. When they call me just now, nobody clap for me because I never blow. Good afternoon. Let me introduce myself once more so that you clap for me. I am MC Talk and Chop. When I talk, I chop. You get what they happen for Nigeria these days? Since when they increase fuel, things don't change. I did house yesterday this week. I thought they hear my neighbor. They will discuss. Me and the wife will discuss. I hear money. Sell it. Just sell it. Sell it. and get a bicycle. Just sell it and get a bicycle. Wetin dem wan sell? Dem wan sell their motor. Make dem buy bicycle because fuel don increase. Just imagine. That aside, I go buy suya. You know say since when dem vote Tinubu in poster full everywhere. Tinubu, 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 Tinubu. Everybody dey shout Tinubu, we bring the change. I go buy suya. I buy suya finish. The suya man no put pepper for my suya. Now I say, Aboki, wetin dey worry you? You no put pepper for my suya. Now the Aboki man look me, kai, e be like say your head not correct. He say look the paper when I take serve the suya. He say which picture dey there? Now I say, as I look the paper, the newspaper, na Tinubu picture dey there. He say this man no wash pass pepper. That aside, e get wetin I dey notice. E get wetin I dey notice since when Tinubu enter. You know say when everybody dey post about fuel price, girls no gree post about fuel price. Where dey for come? But if na Brazilian hair just now, una go dey post. Una go dey post. That aside, the reason why I am here, I be Glappy pikin. I dress this morning, now I tell my girlfriend say, babe, I'm going to Glappy. Let's say, I'll follow you, I love that restaurant. Now I look at restaurant. I say, no. They say, see, money, that place, they sell Chinese food. She dey come, make she go sit down for the restaurant. And so I carry my girlfriend go Chinese restaurant, make she go chop. Girls, they can do over sabi. I've been there before. I've been there. We go there, they bring menu. He say, I'm used to it. Now I look the waiter. He say, give me number 6 and number 4. And they write everything in Chinese. Now me, I look the list. I call the waiter, I beg come. Where fried rice dey for this? Now the waiter say number 12. Now she dey give me number 12. My girlfriend wan carry number 1 and number 4. When they bring my food come, now they bring cigar and lighter for her. That aside, you know say e get the kind of money when you go give pastor as tithe, e go dey down make you pray for am. Una know? Una no know? Okay. I go church one day. Now I drop my tithe. So I drop the tithe for the basket. Sling, very sling like this. Sling envelope, I just drop am. The pastor just look at me and say, what's that? People dey come to drop money. So that we just drop envelope. My pastor come go the neck, pick the envelope. Now he open am. Now he say, my son, come back. Let me kneel down. Pray for me. Pray for me, my son, pray for me. You know say get the way you go up the rich, which not fit kill you. Una know? Una no know? Marry ugly wife first. If you marry ugly wife, una dey sleep. If wish come, motor press you. If you see her, you say, our neighbor dey here. He go leave you. I dey crack joke since people no dey laugh. Why now? Una forget Tinubu. The economy go change. Just vote me. Una vote me. No be lie o. If una vote me, things go change. Una understand? Bros, you no believe me? Vote me. If I chop, you chop. Yes, I make I dey talk and chop. I no go waste una time because they say one of my brother wan talk. When that guy dey talk since una no give am time, na me una dey give time. See, the way Nigeria dey go now, everybody dey vex. Everybody dey vex. So say now, guests no dey gree for boys again. Na keke drivers dey gree for. I just tire. You go toast girl, no go gree for you. You go say, do you have keke? I go say, why? He go say, because keke don't eat fuel. Keke very cheap. Keke is very cheap. How much of keke now? Una know how much of keke? 1.18. 1.7. If you dey drive keke for here, you are a big boy. You don't know? You are a big boy. Forget that matter. You be big boy. I drive keke go club. I reach club like this. And I begin a shout. The boss is in the building. Clear out on the chairman. Clear out. People go dey look who dey waka dey come. I hold my keke key like this. Na me o. You know how much of keke? Go price am now. Without being told. Glappy, Glappy, Glappy. Una know Glappy na family. He spread. He enter farm. He enter technology. He go enter school. They dey everywhere. So people wey dey here now, una go gain o. No be lie. No be lie because even as they dey tell una about Glappy, una go see shop. Thank God say I come o. Bros, na God go bless you say you invite me because I never chop since. And God go bless you. When I dey grow up, my mama and my papa, they dey always dey pray against something. Poverty. Growing up, I no know say they dey pay us rent o. My mama used to wake up in the morning, mommy, I'm hungry. I go eat morning food. Afternoon food. Mommy, I'm hungry. I go eat afternoon food. In the evening, mommy, I'm hungry. I go eat evening food. And now my mama go dey laugh. He come morning, he say, my son. I said, mommy, why are you laughing? He say, by the time you get to the age, you will understand. Now when I don reach the age, everything go expensive. Biscuits of 10 naira no dey again. Now when I don be adult. And now my brothers don get like 15 children. I be uncle. Biscuits now. In short, 15 naira biscuits no dey. I dey lie. I dey lie. Thank you. God will bless you, bros. No dey hurry me now. I go soon give you the mind. What you want to my career? So I'm just I be upcoming artist. But let's say I get right there, now riches. I beg bros no vex. Should I continue? Make I continue? God will bless you. I dey talk one thing. Say, oh, you are an orphan here. Come outside. Before I turn, my papa dey my back. My papa say na orphan too. You get one thing when it happen. My papa dey worry me. Go and marry. You are getting old. Marry. I said, Daddy, I go marry. Might take off my glasses because this is the worst. Then my papa tell me say, he get one man when say if you marry a daughter, they will give you 100 million naira. I said, what? Daddy, not true. He said, yes, my son. 100 million naira if you marry the girl. I don't know how to get big. I said, Daddy, go dey go. I don't tell papa because I be robo boy. I don't tell papa don't carry one. I said, Daddy, go dey go. My papa look me now. We reach the house. We sit down. We don't put drink for table. Wah. Because they wait to. And the man say, are you the one to marry my daughter? I said, yes. I am ready. He said, are you sure? And the man said, okay. Where's your account? I don't pick up my account. He said, call your account for me. I said, 08024. He said, oh, which bank? I said, go pay. And the wow. Now I see a lot. Then they go say, here comes your bride. Oh my God. My bride when they come. What you go pay me pass? The day go come outside, you can't just raise my own band. And they go say, see him here. What you go pay me where come meet me? I love you. Now I told my papa. I said, Daddy, now the woman be this. You don't say any person they reject the person. Well, no. Before the girl turn, let me say, I love you too. Let me just say, you do best right. Marry you. Thank you.
Give him a round of applause. Give him a round of applause.
Oh, come on, guys. We're grooving in the Glappy experience. And certainly, I would want us to meet this wonderful, delectable, special friend of mine called Cynthia. Cynthia, nice to have you here today.
Thank you.
Cynthia, could you please tell us what's your Glappy experience like?
Wow, Glapping it's been really nice. You know, I've been part of them for a while now. I've done their boarding class, you know. So I'm actually I'm going to go through their exam, then go for the next stage, you know. So it's really nice. I would really want other people to come. Let them come on board and experience the new tech, you understand? Because they really teach them so many things about it, how to use their tools and everything. That's basically all.
That's basically all. Now,
For now.
if I may ask you, please could you tell us what's your next 2 years plan for Glappy?
My 2 years plan, yes, by 2 years time, I'm a Glappian, so I'm hoping I would have gotten a job by 2 years time. Then I'll be a wonderful web designer by 2 years time. Know how to use all my tools by that time, yeah. And by that time, 2 years time, I know Glappy will be big in Nigeria. Yes, big in Nigeria.
Big in Nigeria. Now, eventually, that certainly is going to happen. Now, my question, now this is off the camera. I really would want to know if Glappy would send you to any country in the world, which country would you love to go and why?
I would like any other country apart from Africa. I would not want Africa. You know, I'm from Africa, so I don't want Africa.
Okay.
Somewhere
okay.
out of Africa would be cool.
Yeah. Somewhere out of Africa will be cool. Please enjoy the rest of your Glappy day. Nice to have you. Well done. Well, it's still the Glappy experience, and I have all dressed in black, looking smooth and flying. The biggest bro in town. Sam, let me meet you, please. What's the name?
MC Talk and Chop.
MC Talk Action.
No, MC Talk and Chop.
MC Talk and Chop. Please tell me, how come about the name Talk and Chop?
Actually, my pastor gave me that name because I was using the name MC Talk and Talk. I was like, no, when you talk, you chop. And I said, Mama, I like that name more. When I talk, I go chop.
When he talk, he go chop.
Yeah.
That's the feeling. Now, sir, please tell me, where do you see Glappy in the next 5 years in Delta State?
In the next 5 years. In Delta State. Glappy might has gone far. In the next 5 years. They're not going to think about Delta State. They're going to think about Nigeria.
Over Nigeria, yes. And I'm certain you'll be a part of it.
I'm in part of it already.
You are a Glappy. Oh, no, show them. That's a Glappy over there. It's part of the family already.
Yeah,
nice to have you, sir. Enjoy the rest of your day. God bless you.
Bless you too. Thank you.
My coach will come up to give us the main reason why we're here. I want the media guys to play a video on the Genius Army. And when that one rolls up, Mr. Mark Ovian will be here with us.
Hey you. Yes, you. And to advance human rights, education, and healthcare. You think this is a fantasy and not an achievable dream? What we call the African dream? Well, think again. Bringing this dream to life might not be easy, but we can make it a reality. And it starts with you. We began building this dream a long time ago. But as we built, we realized that it would take a village to make this work. Or better yet, an army. And so, the Genius Army was born. The Genius Army is a force that the world has never seen before. It's an army of creatives, using their skills for good towards a common purpose. the African dream. The Genius Army doesn't play by the old rules. We're here to break them. This new Africa, our Africa, will not be business as usual. It will be built by the Genius Army, by you. A brave band of heroes who Africa and the world will never forget. Our heroes will fight imitation with imagination, exploitation with exploration, and mediocrity with creativity. They will fight the status quo guerrilla style if necessary, be it in their own homes or on the streets, in the churches or in the offices. Our heroes will even fight for a space for Africa in space. And most importantly, they will fight for a future for their children yet unborn. We need your help in creating this dream. We need you. Live and breathe this adventure today. Join the Genius Army. Become a hero.
Lagos, it could have been held in Port Harcourt. This Glappy is already working in Uganda, they're already in Cameroon, and they're spread wide. And now they are coming to Nigeria. But I will tell you that there is one man who has stood firm and he did all he can to bring it down here to Warri City. And I can categorically tell you that the technological hub of Nigeria is going to be birthed here in Delta State. That is a categorical statement. You know, before we started, I told you before that we have a lot of young minds who are here who are using their intelligence the wrong way. But we want to transform that, and it's beyond this very place. And one man who has stood firm, who made this thing to happen here in Delta State, is going to give us a presentation to tell us all about Glappy and the innovations of Glappy and all the things that they have planned. It's one and only Mr. Victor Obie. Please welcome my coach. I call him the agile coach. That's my man. That's my man. Mr. Obie. Please give him a round of applause. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. I want to take a moment first to appreciate everyone in this room for taking the time out of your busy schedule to honor our invitation. Truth be told, we could have been in 10 different places today, but we chose to be here. So on behalf of the Glappy management and my team down here in Warri, I say thank you. My name is Victor Obie, as you have already heard, and I happen to be the program coordinator of Glappy Nigeria. And today I'm going to be talking about Glappy, who is Glappy, what we do, why we do it, how we do it, and why we have invited you here to come see what we are doing. So, the first question would be, who is Glappy? About Glappy and why we have invited you here today. So the first question would be, who is Glappy? Like you see, Glappy is a portmanteau. That means it is a word gotten from the combination of two words, which are glad and happy. That's what it simply means. And it means that we provide an environment where happiness and mental wellness is paramount. That's our first. We are very, very concerned about happiness and gladness. That's why we coined the name Glappy out of those two words. So now, talking about the Glappy Village. The Glappy Village is a pioneering tech organization with a mission to change the narrative of how Africa is perceived on the global stage by leveraging on the power of technology to drive innovation, to empower local communities, and in turn, transform lives across the African continent. Now, at Glappy, we are dedicated to this transformation because we believe that Africa has immense untapped potentials. And by harnessing the power of technology, that we can bridge the digital divide between the rural areas, the urban cities, and the Western world. Africans are very advanced people, very smart and intelligent people. I don't know if you will agree with me. But you know the problem? Thank you for that ovation. You know the problem? We have been conditioned, or rather programmed, to think otherwise. That is why we are here today. To rekindle our memory, to cause awareness, to bring us back to the realization of who we are as Africans. And Glappy is the transformation vehicle that we are using to drive this initiative across the African continent. So now the question will be, before I give you the question, we at Glappy, as you see, we call ourselves the Glappians. We don't see Glappy as a business organization like people call it. We don't even see Glappy as a foundation that it is. We don't see Glappy as a village that we call it as well. It's not a regular organization like every tech organization, but we see Glappy as a vehicle. A vehicle. And that vehicle is the vehicle that is driving this transformation, this initiative across the African continent. So my question for us today will be, are you ready to join the transformation vehicle? Focus on me, sir. Next slide. Are you ready to join this train? This black train. It's about taking off. Are we ready? I know I have a lot of yes in our hearts. Yes. Thank you. Moving forward, I was talking about how smart Africans are. Do you know that Zambia had a space program in the 1960s? In the 1960s, even before Nigeria gained independence. Yes, Zambia, which was formerly known as Northern Rhodesia and later named after the great River Zambezi, was home to a space program in the 1960s. And that initiative came up when a Zambian citizen by the name of Edward Makuka Nkoloso took it upon himself to beat the Americans and the Soviet Union, which are now called Russia, to be the first person, the first country to land a man on the moon. Although the initiative failed, but why am I telling you this story? I just want to take your mind back, as far back as to when Africans have been trying to break frontiers, as to when Africans have been trying to be innovative and expand territories. Ladies and gentlemen, let me pause for a minute and see if this resonates well with us. Does it? Thank you. Thank you. Next slide, my brother. So, in the course of this presentation, I will be looking at a few topics for time's sake. Empowering Africa through technology, the state of technology in Africa. Then we'll look at Glappy's mission and vision. We'll look at some of the Glappy's products and services. Then we'll talk about the Glappy village, and we'll talk about some of the Glappy's impact across the African continent. Then I will also tell you how you can join the Glappy village. Next slide. So, the theme of this seminar is Glappy empowering Africa through technology. So the question would be, how do we intend to empower Africa using technology? The answer is very simple. You want to know the answer, right? Yes, sir. All right. Very simple. By forging strategic alliances and partnerships with schools, with universities, with public organizations, with private organizations, with traditional councils. So Glappy is dedicated to closing the digital divide and ensuring technology access across the African continent. So that is our first focus, ensuring technology access across the African continent. So if you think Glappy is an initiative that you would like to subscribe to, please give me a thumbs up. So, talking about Africa, I mean, somebody asked me, like my MC just said, why didn't we do this in Lagos? Why worry? Why worry? Lagos is considered a metropolitan city. It's a big city. They have a lot of tech programs in Lagos. A lot of empowerment programs. Now, if the government of Nigeria wants to do an initiative, the first place they look at is Lagos and Abuja. Nobody comes down here. People hardly come down here. So we have to do these things. Sometimes for communities like UPIA, UP, and all those organizations, they drive such initiative. So the guy asked me, I told him, we are focused on empowering rural communities. And we live in Delta State, Warri. Where's the best place to start? If not from basic charity, begins at home. We will agree with that. So that's why this initiative is here. Now let's take a practical example looking at Robinson Plaza. If not all of us here, a lot of us know the Robinson Plaza. When we have problems with our phones and all that stuff, we go to Robinson Plaza to fix it. And see those folks over there at Robinson Plaza, they are very intelligent and skillful, but they lack information. That's why they go, they sit from morning till night and sell USB cord 1,000 naira, sell battery 2,000 naira, sell phone screen and pack. So if we as individuals, as communities, as leaders, bring these people, integrate them into a community, into this community where they can learn and we help them harness their skills, do you think they will not be more productive rather than sitting 8 hours in Robinson Plaza just to sell USB cord? Yes. Please, you want to clap? So, we are focused on empowering Africa through technology by forming these alliances with us that are seated here. Now, let me take you down memory lane for a little bit. Just a couple of years ago, COVID-19 gave us a terrible slap on the face. Big one. So do you think COVID was a gift or a curse? A gift. It's a gift. Some people might not agree with you. But whether COVID-19 was a gift or a curse, it brought with it benefits and also disadvantages. A lot of people died, like we saw on the news. A lot of companies folded, they went bankrupt. People became suicidal because they lost their jobs. Now, guess who took advantage of this shift? I will tell you. But COVID-19 was a terrible experience if you were present at that time. I remember on a very fateful day, I was at the University of Benin Teaching Hospital with my relative who was at the point of dying during the COVID era. And while I was pacing down the hospital hallway, I noticed a woman whose case was even worse than my relative. And she turns to the nurse. She was fighting for breath. But she turns to the nurse and was like, she was begging for words of encouragement from the nurse. Can you imagine what the nurse did? Can you just imagine what the nurse did? I will leave you to ponder on that and come back to it and remind me. But in the meantime, whether COVID-19 was a gift or a curse, or whether it was real or not, COVID-19 was instrumental in shaping and sharpening the remote work lifestyle, remote work culture, where organizations have to ask their employees all around the world to work from home. True. Guess who benefited from that shift? The Indians. The Indians took advantage of that shift. Why? Because they already had a foundation in place to become a technological giant in the world. And they did not fail to seize the opportunity. If you think That is not true. Let's look at some of the 514 organizations in the world today in the technological aspect. The CEO of Microsoft today, even the previous one, is an Indian. That's the president of Satya Nadella. He's an Indian. The CEO of Google, one of the biggest search engines in the world, is also an Indian. That's the president of Sundar Pichai. One of the biggest pharmaceutical companies in the world that produces these drugs that we use, our kids and everything, Novartis. The CEO is also an Indian. That's the president of Vashant Narasimha. The CEO of Adobe is also an Indian. These are 514 organizations. So tell me, what do you know about the Indians? Now, what do you know about Africans? What do you know about Nigerians? And what have you heard about my people of Delta State? I leave you to ponder with that. Okay. So, according to industry data, the year after COVID-19, still on this COVID story, the year after COVID-19, when organizations, world leaders, companies, they were screaming and shouting like, hey, they were like Nigeria, for instance, we were begging other nations for nose masks and ventilators. Indians, after the financial year after COVID-19, Indians garnered a revenue of $227 billion. Guess what? A huge percentage of that amount was gotten from technological export. Precisely $178 billion was gotten from technology export. That is to say, more than half of India's revenue came from technology export. And that has made India the 6th largest economy in the world today. Why? Because they were ready, they were aware, they were prepared, they had a foundation. And when they saw COVID, for some people it was a curse. People lost their job, people died, some businesses went bankrupt. Some businesses, some other businesses took over other businesses, which is called hostile takeover. But Indians, when countries were crying, Indians gathered such amounts from technology export. Why am I telling you this? There is a digital revolution that is currently happening. It's already happening. There was a 4th digital revolution, which was the emergence of machine learning and the Internet of Things, IoT. Now there is a 5th digital revolution. It's already happening. And it is called the emergence of artificial intelligence. Now, what is the benefit of artificial intelligence? If you look at, I thought there was AC in this phone. It's not more than more. So if you look at what is currently going on in the technological space, Africa and using the United States or other Western world for an example, we are like 1,000 years behind. But by leveraging on the power of artificial intelligence, we can bridge that 1,000 years gap. Because if you have ever used artificial intelligence or heard of the popular ChatGPT, what 10 people can do in like 10 days, artificial intelligence can do it in 5 minutes. Let me give you a practical example. Many years ago, when I was still small, we used to send letters. I used to send letters to my dad. Send letters on post-it. It got to a point. Nobody sends letters anymore. So what do you think happened to those folks that were working in the post office? Why? What happened? Like my brother here said, the agile way of working gives you the opportunity to plant small, you scale small, you plant small, you deliver small. So see, folks that were working in post office, they lost their jobs because they did not learn any new skill, they did not improve themselves in the area of skills acquisition or getting information of what is happening. So we are here. One of the reasons we are here today, one of the reasons we have invited you here today is to create that awareness so that even if you are not interested in learning a skill or joining this community of highly skilled practitioners, your child might be. Your sister might be interested. Your brother might be interested. I see a lot of parents here. We might not want to do this, but we might want to empower the next person in our community. I see my dad is here. I don't expect my dad is here to come and join them, like they want to learn technology at this stage, but they might want to do it. But if they don't do it, they have a community. Then they can go and empower the children back home and say, hey, there is something that is happening in Wari, where you can come into this village, learn a skill, be innovative, be able to contribute to a bank of knowledge and ideas, be able to collaborate with like-minded professionals like yourself, and in turn become employable out there. Let me shock you. A lot of community members that you see, they don't work in Nigeria. Some people come into our program, we train them, we get them ready for jobs, we get them ready for interviews, and we don't give them the opportunity to go for jobs, remote job. What I mean by remote job is like you working in London and living in Warri, earning pounds. Just imagine how it will be that they are paying you 30 to 50 pounds in an hour, and you're working 6 hours a day just sitting on the computer. Is that not something you like? Because what's the benefit? It gives you the opportunity to spend time with your family, that's one. It also gives you the opportunity to do your own thing. You don't have to wake up in the morning every day and just you are heading straight to the office, the traffic, think of when you are working in this remote way of working, it gives you that opportunity to, you can wake up, even with your boxers or your underwears, and you just put on a suit and you sit in front of the camera and you can have everything. It's your boss, it's anybody. So that's one of the benefits of getting this awareness. So we are trying to say that something magnanimous is happening, which is the emergence of artificial intelligence. And by leveraging on technology, we can actually transform lives, drive innovation across the continent, and also empower local communities. The word is local communities, rural areas across the African continent. Now, a couple of years ago, precisely 2007, Steve Jobs, that's the CEO of Apple, is late now. He launched the first iPhone. He launched in 2007. And the then Microsoft CEO, who was Stephen Anthony Ballman, is a billionaire, an author, and also a philanthropist. He was asked in an interview, 2007, like, what do you think about this new product that Apple launched? And he said, it will not sell. Said Apple just made the biggest mistake of their life, that this product will not sell. Why? Because it didn't have keypads. Remember, 2007, Apple launched in an era that was ruled by research in motion, BlackBerry. A lot of us here use BlackBerry, and my brother then mentioned BlackBerry. BlackBerry, Nokia, and other mobile phones that was using the Windows mobile operating system. Don't forget, Motorola and HTC, we are also prominent players in this field. But Apple came out, rolls out his ugly head or beautiful head, and they said it will not sell. Now, fast forward to 9 years later, the Bloomberg, they called Steve Ballman, they can say, hey, Oga, that interview that time, you said Apple will not sell, because now Apple has become like a giant. Yes, and he said in his own word, he said, I wish I had thought of subsidizing mobile phones through operators. And he said one of the biggest mistakes that Microsoft made was not to have ventured into mobile phones and tablets. And he regretted it. Why am I telling you this story? Because another digital revolution is happening. I'm not saying it wants to happen. It's already happening. On a daily basis, I use artificial intelligence and automation to do my work. It makes it easy. What all of us can do here, With artificial intelligence, I can do it in less than 5 minutes. I'm not bragging. My folks are here and they know it. So I'm telling you these stories to wake up your mind, to revamp the African in you. We are the giant of Africa. To wake up your mind, to let you know that this shift, so that when you go home today, you can tell your child, say, no, so today what they call AI, artificial intelligence. People are using it. Come and learn it. Prompt engineering. So we are making this. What I'm simply doing here is to make you aware of what we are doing, and also let you know that you can join the Glappy very to drive this transformation. Now let's look at the state of technology in Africa. Allow me, please, if anybody that can answer me, what in a single word, what can you say about the current state of technology in Africa? Anybody want to try? In a single word, what can you say about the current state of technology in Africa? You're lagging behind. Anybody want to say something? Come on, choose.
The current state of technology in Africa, you're lagging behind.
Am I getting any more response from the crowd? Anybody? Okay. All right. Give me a minute. Let me get to that brother and know what you want to say. So tell me in one word, what do you think about the current state of technology in Africa?
Backward.
Do you like it?
It's not fun.
Do you think we can do anything about it? Sure. I like that. Africa. So, across the African continent, the relentless spread of networks, of sensors, of artificial intelligence, of automation is driving a revolution. Mark that one. It's a revolution. But it's not a chaotic revolution. It's a digital revolution. And it's driving this revolution that will place Africa as a global giant in the next 10 years. So we are targeting 2033. Mark this word. In the next 10 years, ladies and gentlemen, my daddies and my mommies, my youth, kids, in the next 10 years, if you don't learn a technological skill, you might be out of business. Even if you are running, now, let me pause for a minute. Do you agree with me that technology has hijacked every area of human existence?
Yes.
Thank you. Please, a round of applause for yourself. Now, emerging technology such as CCTV with facial recognition software, drones are delivering life-saving medical supplies these days. You can sit in your house and drones will come. I'm not talking about the United States, I'm talking about Nigeria. They use it in Nigeria. You might not be in Warri yet, but they use it in Nigeria. If you travel, you must have seen it in Lagos, Abuja, and some of these bigger cities. So, CCTV cameras, drones, smart homes, smart cities, they are gradually proliferating. But do you know what? The digital revolution's ultimate legacy will not be determined by technology, but by how it is applied, how it is used. Let's look at Bronson Plaza. No, let's move the Bronson Plaza. Let's look at the streets of Nigeria that is flooded with so many boys, youth that are doing fraud. The American government are complaining seriously that Nigeria this, Nigeria that. Even if a Ghanaian does it, they will say it's a Nigerian. If a Kenyan does it, they will say it's a Nigerian. So what can we do to sanitize our youth, to sanitize our children, to clean the streets? What if we integrate all these so-called Yahoo boys and bring them into technology where we can harness those their skills and get them employable in large organizations across the world? Do you know one thing? They don't know. If they know or if they knew that computer skills knowledge they have, they want to, like, okay, let me nurture it, like planting a maize seed. I want to nurture this. If they know that there is an opportunity for them to live the fraudulent life and come into where they can be productive, where they can contribute to the total GDP of the African continent, do you think they will not subscribe to it? But who is going to tell them, if not you and I and everybody that is seated here? So that is one of the reasons we have asked you to come here today, so that this good news of transformation can be spread around the continent. Ladies and gentlemen, is it making sense? Yes. Thank you. So, a quarter of the African population already have access to the internet. Do you agree with me? Mobile technologies alone have generated 1.7 million jobs across the continent. And that has translated to about $144 billion, which is equally about 8.5% of the continent's GDP. Is that not amazing? So Africa records more than half of the world's mobile money accounts. Peer-to-peer financing, or what they call P2P financing. If you are doing those P2P trading on the phone, some of us do this binary Bitcoins or all those things. Africa has more than close to half of the world's mobile money accounts. Let's check Kenya's M-Pesa, for instance. Kenya's M-Pesa is doing magnificent things across Kenya, contributing to the Kenya's economy. Africa has led ahead other regions to become the center of mobile money. Only recently, Sierra Leone, which is one of the poorest countries in the world, they launched a directorate of science, technology, and innovation with an initiative to have a national data financial architecture with embedded financial automated tools. Now, what are they launching that for? To enable ease of service delivery across Sierra Leone and also check for corruption. Is that not amazing? Now, information from the Carnegie Endowment for International Peace says about 15 African countries are already leveraging on CCTV with facial recognition software. And I can tell you that in 2019, I was in Kenya, and the hotel where I was staying in Kenya was attacked by this famous insurgent group, Al-Shabaab. We didn't even know, but somehow the news got to all the occupants of the hotel. Al-Shabaab is here, so we were scared. But what happened? Before we knew, the authorities already took over the environment and they modified whatever plans those people had. What did they use? They used CCTV cameras with facial recognition software. It enabled them to react quickly and decisively. And we were safe. I was there. I wonder what would have happened. Because those guys, they planned to bomb the hotel in Kenya. So imagine Kenya here is already using such technology. What about Nigeria? What are we waiting for? Now, these are some magnificent innovations across Africa. I don't know if you see this photo well. The young man you see there is Usman Dahatu. He's from Zaria. And this device you are seeing, he made it himself and his friends. See the two of them? And he called it an iCat. What does it do? You can see eggs, you can see television, you see pots and all this cool stuff. This guy made this thing from drum, normal drum. Those drums that he put diesel and oil. He made it from drum. And he's a Nigerian from Zaria. This guy has been looking for sponsorship, partnership, and you know the kind of environment that we live in. You get this thing is solar powered, doesn't use light. It's solar powered. And as I'm talking to you, this iCard is already food vendors are already using it in Abuja and some parts of the north. Show me the next slide, please. This guy is Kehinde Durojaye. He's a Yoruba guy from Ogun, I think Ogun or Osun State. And he's popularly known as Kenny Jet. See this thing you are seeing there that looks like Pangolo? He called it an amphibious aerojet. You know what it does? He has tried this thing on water, it moves on water. He drives it on the road. The only thing that is remaining is to fly it. He has not been able to do that yet. Maybe he has done it yesterday, but not checked. Or maybe he has done it now. What am I trying to tell you? Why am I showing you this picture? These pictures. I'm trying to show you what Africans can do. How innovative Africans can be. Instead of leaving our brothers to be selling USB charger or batteries and getting 1,000 in 8 hours, we can actually tell them, come on, there is a community called the Glappy village where they have innovation, where they have skills empowerment in all areas, agric, name it, health, name it, software development. So these are just a few, there are many. I believe when we go on YouTube sometimes, we see these amazing guys. They come, we carry the electric bulb and fix it to a plantain tree. I don't know if anybody has seen that. And they will generate electricity. Have you ever thought of like, what are these guys doing? How can we bring those such people into the community? So you see these folks I just showed you. These are some of the kind of people we meet in the Glappy Innovation Village. And I will tell you more about that. We have the Glappy University, a physical university here in Warri, which is currently undergoing innovations and branding. I will talk about that. Now let's talk about Glappy's mission and vision. It's simple. When we walked into this place, I shared something like a bulletin, a small one, which talks about. I just wanted us to have an overview of what Glappy is, what we do before we get to this point of the conversation. So what is Glappy's vision? It's simple. It's to make Africa a technology hub. That is what we are focused on, to make Africa a technology hub. I don't want to say too much on that. Then what is our vision? It's to empower currently our vision, our objective is to empower 1 million Africans in the next 10 years. So we want to have this. Currently we are thousands. We have thousands of Glappians scattered across Africa. You will see more. So by 2033, which is 10 years from now, we want to have 1 million Glappians in our community. We want to know that yes, I can look to my left, I know that there are Glappians here, I look to my right. So are you going to join this community? Are you going to join this movement? Are you going to join this African dream? Is a question for us to ponder on. Next slide, John. Now let's talk about some of the Glappy's products and services for our time's sake. I don't intend to keep us long. So we have diverse products and services. So some of our products are software products. We build software through our subsidiary companies. We have 2 subsidiary companies, Procel and Problem Space, all located in the United States. So what we do, all of us have banks here. We have bank accounts. Yeah? So you see that app that you are using. You go to GTB, you log into your app, you build things like that. I'm not saying to build GTB app, but we have done apps for banks in the United States and across some continents, some countries as well. So we have digital products, we do web applications, we do mobile applications. And another big part of our services is also our digital learning platform, very massive, which is what I'm going to talk to you about. So before I go there, if you are here and you are technology oriented and you have like a project, maybe you want to build a website for your business, you want to build an application, whether mobile, whether web-based, Glappy is the right place for you to build that application. So now talking about the other angle of our initiative is the digital learning platform, where we train people specifically Africans, both Africans at home and Africans in the diaspora community. Now, when you come to my village, you will see a lot of our collaborators. They are from London, from Sweden. These are Africans. I'm telling you about Africans living abroad. And you know what they do in Glappy? Those are our diaspora communities. They sponsor each person on the Glappy community abroad is paying for 1 or 2 child down here in Africa. So, talking about our digital learning platform, we provide learning in different areas like agile project management, product management, software development, AWS cloud technology, DevOps engineering, data analysis, cyber security. And this learning platform is broken down into 5 phases. What are the 5 phases? We have the registration. That is when you decide to join us. It's the registration where you get to meet with the HR team. They give you all the orientation, like the way it's done in university. They give you orientation as you come in, let you know what the Glappy community, what the environment is all about. Then we have the learn phase. That is where you learn any of these skills that I just talked about that we offer in our community. And the learn phase basically consists of digital readiness. What is digital readiness? For those folks who have not ever touched a computer before in their life, don't even know how to how to on a computer, we give them that training called digital readiness. That's getting them introduced to the digital space. Then we have what we call tools readiness. That's what we get them, we teach them, lecture them on the tools that we use and some of the software development tools that you will encounter out there when you get into a job. And we also have what they call project readiness. What do we do there? All these are in the learn phase, remember? What do we do in project readiness? We get people ready for projects. Like for instance, tomorrow you get into an organization like Google and you are the desktop support technician. If you train from Glappy, you must have already known how projects work. Because we provide real work environment. We provide simulation environment, we provide real work environment, courtesy of our subsidiary companies, Procedural and Problem Space. So we get to remember digital readiness, tools readiness, project readiness, then we get to project readiness, soft skills readiness. That's what we teach you: communication skills, problem solving skills, using techniques and tools like root cause analysis and techniques like the 5WH1. We teach you how to solve problems in your work environment. So we categorize all those things as soft skills readiness. Then we give you the fourth one, which is what? Interview readiness and job readiness. What do we do there? If you are chosen, for instance, to become a data analyst, what do? We give you, together we build a resume for you. We are not building it for you, we show you how it's done. Because there is something, one of the reasons why people don't get jobs is because of an AI tool that recruiters use. They call it the ATS, Applicant Tracking System. What does it do? When you do your resume, because imagine a job comes in less than 5 minutes, you already have like 200 applicants, 300 applicants. So how do you go in that pool of expert, of professional, of experienced data analysts, for instance? So the ATS, they subject those 200 applications into the ATS machine. And the ATS has criteria. For instance, if you have some things in your resume like the font size, you use too much formatting, too much colors, the ATS will just keep it, and we let you like it. So most times, if you do that, they're not seeing your resume. That thing is submitted, they don't see it. Because the ATS have already kicked it out. So what do we do at Glappy? We show you how to beat the ATS. We show you how to write a professional resume. We professional cover letter, and we revamp your job social media profile. When I say social media, I'm not talking about Facebook and Instagram. I'm talking about job social media profiles like LinkedIn, like Indeed, like Monster, like Dice, like Zip Recruiter. We get you ready with all these tools, so that when you come outside, you know you can shoot your resume and apply for a job. Then the last thing in the learning phase is the interview readiness. We coach you one-on-one coaching in scenarios where you meet an interviewer. And trust me, most of the interviewers we meet, especially in the digital space, they are Indians. They are also Indians. That's why we are seriously campaigning to make sure that Africans take over that space, because we have an advantage. Indians have a time difference of more than 12 to 15 hours with the United States, and we are just like 5 hours, 6 hours for them. So they prefer working with us Africans than the Indians. One, because of our time zoning. So talking about our services, I've mentioned, in case you forgot, I mentioned digital readiness, tools readiness, project readiness, soft skills readiness, job and interview readiness. And when you pass this phase in the learn, you pass these 5 modules in the learn phase, we give you a Glappy exam. When you write the exam and you pass, you now graduate into what we call the build phase. Now, what is this amazing thing about this learn phase? It's totally free, so you don't really have to pay anything for it. In America, your brothers in Sweden, they are the one paying for this thing. Nothing is free in this world. Absolutely nothing is free. What you think is free, what you are enjoying, like you think is free, somebody has paid for it. I don't know, do we agree? Yes. Yeah. So the learn phase of our village is totally free, because your brothers in the diaspora communities have made provision for you to be able to come and say, yes, I learn, I'm a digital analyst. Yeah, yes, I'm a digital manager.
Hey yo, this is your boy Franklin, and it's happening live here in Warri, the oil city of Delta State. What is going on? Listen, it's the Glappy, and it's going to be a bomb. It is sincerely going to move all over the global space of Delta State. And I have here with me the very wonderful, exquisite Prince Tejuri, the chairman of the Robo Progressive Youth Association. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Oh, yes, very much. Now, please, I want to ask you some series of questions. The first question is, tell us about your relationship with Glappy for the past 12 years, sir.
Oh, Glappy, wonderful. It's amazing, the journey so far. We've come a long way. Back then, we started our vision to empower youth to change in society. And Glappy then, through the platform of 3IT, and Mr. Ruse, who was the chairman of 3IT, we had a very good partnership, and he helped us with everything ICT. And for the past 12 years, it's been a very, very amazing journey. We've come a long way, and as you can see, Glappy has done a whole lot too. So it's a wonderful journey, what we've been able to achieve for the past 12 years, with consistency, with determination, drive, and purpose.
Now, that's the Glappy spirit: consistency, determination, the drive. Sir, tell us about your project you've done locally in Delta State and even outside Delta State, sir.
Wow. What will fail me to start counting where we are coming from, but by the grace of God, because it's really been a divine project, like I always say. Personally, we wouldn't have been able to achieve what we've been able to do so far, but we've come a long way. We started with just human capital development. We went into basic computer studies. We were training people, and then most importantly, leadership training. We had some of our partners then. The honorable member of the house today, who is the Honorable Matthew Omonade, was one of our instructors. We had a very serious leadership course for every of our program, and we started that way. We began to build young men who today have grown to places. They are still volunteers for the organization. We went on to start doing things like skill development, skill acquisition. We partnered with a lot of centers, SO, LOTU, Things, fashion design, catering, and so many courses. So we began to partner and we began to groom people. As we began to groom people, young minds, women, youth, and all of that, we also went into what we call the Cash Them Young program. Cash Them Young program is a program that has affected thousands of secondary school students. So we go to secondary schools, both in the urban and the suburbs, to go and inspire them, redirect them, re-engineer their minds, and prepare them for leadership. That program alone has affected thousands. You understand? Went on to also have our radio programs where we have our radio um, interviews, programs, campaigns for positive leadership and mindset for the youth. A whole lot has gone through, but the project that is paramount, the one that we're running with now, is what we call MET, or the Mobile Empowerment Train. Mobile Empowerment Train is a program that moves from community to carry out human capital development, skill acquisition, entrepreneurship, and empowerment. So what we do is that our team moves with the train. We anchor at a particular local government or community for about a week or two. Then we carry out free skill acquisition. Now, mind you, all of the skill acquisitions and trainings we've been doing for the past 12 years that accrues to about 1,000 or thousands of people are all free. Wow. Yeah. And so what the mobile empowerment train does is that when we go to communities, we anchor them for 2 weeks. Then we provide this skill set for them. We train them local skills, basic skills, and then set up their own small scale enterprises for them and then monitor them. We've gone to about 50 something communities in Delta State, Bayelsa, and around in Nigeria. But today, we've been able to also metamorphose. You know, like I said, it's been a journey. We've metamorphosed into something bigger. It's called Global Reformers Network. Global Reformers Network is now all over the world, and the president is even presently in UK. He's making connections for us. We are already planning to do what we have been doing here all around the world. And so what we do aligns with the vision of Glappy. And I'm so glad, I'm excited to be here today to connect and to share that which Glappy is doing.
Who wouldn't want to connect with such a great force as Glappy? Glappy has everything you need in such a global space. Now, sir, our last question is, tell us about your future collaboration plans with Glappy.
Okay, like I said, Upia, as it were, was vetted in Delta. I just gave you like a brief history, but then we've metamorphosed into the GRCN. So what we're doing now is collaborations, leveraging, and partnership. We've already been partnering with Glappy, but we're taking it to the next level. And what we're set to do is to stop Delta State, Nigeria, and Africa. So we are working the African dream to give hope to lives. And so shortly we're going to be unveiling details of our programs. What we've been able to do as Upia, we believe that partnering with Glappy will multiply it tenfold, and then we just storm your space.
Did you hear that word? Storm your space. We're coming to your homes. We're coming to every nook and cranny of Delta State and at large, Nigeria. Pardon me. Thanks to have you, sir. God bless you very much. Have a great day, sir. That's the other thing from his body. Take that thing from his body. Take that mic from his body. The mic from his body. Go and take it. I want to bring more persons, so we're still doing the
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad and happy to be here. I'm not going to waste your time. Here at Glappy, we do a lot. Not just the technology aspects. Glappy, we are diversified. Agriculture,
So today, sorry, let me introduce myself. I am a rapper. I am the head of the agricultural section of the Glappy Smart Village Initiative. Today, I am here to talk about catfish production here in Nigeria. And our topic of discussion for today, catfish hatchery. So many people believe that the way catfish are being born is through having the male catfish and the female catfish in a pond, and they mate and they start producing catfish. But that is totally not true. That is totally wrong. Please, can you go over to the next slide? As you can see, what is catfish hatchery? Catfish hatchery is the process of the artificially breeding of catfish. That is to say, catfish is being born in the lab. It's a lab process. So, I am going to show you the secrets how catfish are being produced using technology. There are equipment that needs to be put in place before the breeding process can be carried out. Please go over to the next slide. Now, what we have here, the first important component before a breeding can be carried out, you need to have an incubation pond and a nursery house, which is one primary aspect that is very important before breeding can be carried out. Please, can you play me this video? The video on the right. Yes. Yeah. As you can see, this is the incubation pond. What we have here, these are baby fish. It is called fries. So when you hear the word fries today, just know that I am referring to the baby fish. That is what we have here in this pond. This is the incubation pond, and here on my left hand slide we have the nursery house where the catfish are being produced. Can you go over to the next slide? Okay, so now the major components, the major things that need to be put in place before breeding can be carried out. First, you have to have your incubation pond, your nursery house, and your broodstock. That is, the broodstock is special breed of catfish that is being selected among the catfish and kept aside and properly raised for the purpose of production. That is the broodstock. As you can see, this what we have here is from our pilot lab, the Glappy pilot lab. That broodstock we have here on our left hand side, that is a fish that weighs between 9 kg to 10 kg. Please, can you play me this video? And what we have here on our right hand side, we have the broodstock, the female broodstock and the male broodstock that weighs between 3.5 kg to 5 kg. Now, there are disadvantages of having this size of broodstock. When you have this size of broodstock, this type of broodstock cannot be used for hatching because it's going to give a very poor and bad result. When catfish is overweight, when it weighs more than 5 kg, it's not advisable for usage. It's not advisable for usage. So the advisable size for catfish that is ideal for production is the size that the female should be at least on an average size of between 3 kg to 5 kg. Then while for the male should be on the average size of 3.5 kg to 6 kg to have a balance and a proper result of your hatching when you carry out your hatching. Then, and again, remember, the female needs to be at least between the age of 1 year, not below 1 year old, and not above 3 years old. Then while for the male catfish needs to be 1 year old, not exceeding 2 years old. The sperm that is being extracted from the male is not viable for usage. Because when you use a male that is above 2 years old, the results you're going to get is very poor and bad. So that is why it's not advisable for the usage of catfish male that is above 2 years old. Now let's go on to the next slide. Now, this brings us to the male and the female identification. So how do we identify the male from the female? As you can see here on my left hand side, you can see the female round genital papilla, which is this. This is how you identify the female. Then while for the male on my right hand side, you can see the male blooming long genital papilla. This is how you identify the female from the male catfish. Please go over to the next slide. Now, please play the video. Can you play the video on your side? So that is me. So what we are doing here, female egg selection and identification for use. So now, if you can see this video, what we are doing here is egg identification. There are two types of egg that the female catfish produces. One, we have the golden egg, the brown egg, and the green egg. The golden egg is very, very rare to get. You can have 20 female catfish, and the possibility of having a female that produces the golden egg will be 5%. Then why the possibility of having a female that produces the brown egg will be at 45%, then the rest percent will be for the green egg. Now, the advantages, the egg, the gold egg, the brown egg, and the green egg, they all have their disadvantage and advantage. Now, let me talk about the brown egg. The brown egg is more advisable and ideal for use. Why? Because of its ruggedity in nature. The brown egg is very rugged, like tends to stand any environmental condition. Then why the green egg is very delicate. It's very delicate for breeding. It needs more attention because why? Its nature of adapting to environmental condition is very minimal. This tells you that the threat posed for mortality is very high. That is for the green egg. Then why for the gold egg? The attribute of the brown egg is ×2 of the gold egg. That is why it comes once in every hatching season. That's for the brown egg. So what is common? What is common is the green egg and the brown egg. But the green egg is more of the brown egg. But if you're a breeder, a hatcher, what we advise for you to go for whenever you are making your booster selection and egg checking, we always advise for you to go for the brown egg. Please, can you play this video again? So now, how do you identify the egg? Now, what you spawn out some egg from the female by rubbing the belly of the female. You rub them, then you get some egg out of the female genital papilla. You check. Once they are out, then you can identify the color of the egg. If it's green, if it's brown, if it's gold. And again, when you have the egg, how do you know that the egg is viable or ready for usage? The egg that the female catfish produces is brown, and you scoop out some egg from the female, then you will notice, if you notice that the egg is whitish in nature, just know that that female is not ready for use. You have to take it back to the pond. But if the egg that it produces is brownish in nature and the brown color is more than the white egg, know that the female is ready for usage. Let's go over to the next slide. Then now, female preparation for spawning. What is spawning? Spawning is the process of extracting the egg from the female Now, how do you prepare the female for spawning? We use synthetic hormone. We have two types of synthetic hormone in the market, which is ovoprene and ovulin. Ovulin is the popular and common hormone we have in the market. That is why, if you can see here on this picture, we have the picture of the ovulin. Now, this is how you administer with using syringe to administer the ovulin to the female that is already that is ready for use. That is how you inject. Now, before you inject the hormone to the female, you have to note this, that for the ovulin, the quantity of ovulin that is being administered to the female broodstock, you need every 1 kg, you need 0.5 ml of ovulin to be administered to the female broodstock. That is to tell you that if your female broodstock is weighing, is weighing 4 kg, you are to administer 2 ml of the ovulin hormone to the female to prepare the female for ovulation. Please, are you following me? Do you understand? Okay. So when, like this broodstock we have here, as you can see, this broodstock weighs a minimum of 3.5 kg. So the hormone that we administer to the broodstock, we administer 1.7 ovulin to the female broodstock, as you can see here on this slide. And how do you administer the ovulin? This is how you administer the between the upper fin of the female catfish and the egg. That is how you inject the female. Please go over to the next slide. Now, note, when you administer the ovulin to the female, it takes 9 hours to 12 hours for ovulation to start. From the time of administering the ovulin to the female, it takes 9 hours to 12 hours for ovulation to start, depending on the weather condition. In rainy season, the ovulation tends to delay. Maybe the female can start ovulating between 12 to 15 hours because of the cold weather. Then while in dry season, you will see that between 8 to 9 hours, the female broodstocks fries. We have over 100,000 fries here. This is over 100,000 catfish, as you can see. So these are our incubation pond. These are 0 weeks, 100,000 fries. So at 3 weeks, you can then move them out from the incubation pond into the secondary pond, where they will be properly taken, where you give them the proper care they need and attention they need for them to attain every other stages of their growth level. Because their growth level, we have the fingerlings, we have the post, and we have the juvenile. Once you can keep to the rules of ashing, you can keep to the rudiments, then you can become a successful breeder in ashing. So please go over to the next slide. That brings me to the end of my presentation on catfish ashing. So I will encourage you, if you want to be part of this training, for you to become a professional fish asher, to become a breeder, I will encourage you for you to sign up for our pilot program, where you can be trained. Because over here in Glappy, we have the facility, we have the capacity to train over 500 to 1,000 participants on ashing. for you to become a professional usher. And the advantages of this program is it will reduce unemployment among the people, contribute to food security and economic growth. I will take questions if you have any questions for me now. Do anyone have any question? Okay, in the absence of no question, I'll say this brings me to the end of my presentation. Thank you.
Yes, still in the Glappy business, I have a wonderful, exquisite Delta here with me. Sammy, I need you, please.
I'm Average Jackson.
Pardon?
I'm Average Jackson.
Yes, Mr. Jackson, please. I really would want to know how did you get to know about Glappy, sir?
Glappy is something I know about from my son in US.
Wonderful. He just mentioned US. You see, Glappy is not just a local thing, it's indeed global. Now, sir, I really would want to know with cyber crime happening here and there, and oftentimes we would want to say that Delta State is leading when it comes to the wrong use of technology. Are you certain that Glappy would change that narrative, sir?
Of course, Glappy, being introduced to our setting in Nigeria, if I bring it home to Delta State, is something that is going to benefit the youth. Right now, technology is taking over the world. The world is running on serious smart technologies. And Glappy is something that has come to help the youths, to catch up with the trend of today. Glappy Village is going to help a lot of youths to convert technology into a positive use, not negative this time, but positivity is what Glappy is all about.
Global water, positivity is what Glappy is all about. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day and happy Glappy Day, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. They are one of our partners. They are one of our partners.
Hello. Pardon me again for bringing my face. I'm always the president, but I have to say something. Now you'll be wondering that Glappy is a technological organization. So what concern was concerned family. Why I don't show now catfish? Want to barbecue? No, but we don't intend to do barbecue. Today we are chopping more. But meanwhile, the reason why you saw that man, that is a Glappian, one of us, and it happens to be the CEO of PN Farms, located in Edo State, Benin City. Is very proficient in this thing he just told you. Now, why did we bring this man on stage? I told you that there is one of our the Glappy initiative. One of the things we are focused on is empowering Africans, starting from the rural area. So, how you want to teach the rural village how to use a computer? Are you getting the picture now? Yes. So that's why we are coming in through agriculture, which is what they do in villages. So in our innovation lab that we have across the day, we also have something that we call the Glappy, it's like a mobile ambulance. You don't have the picture. So we have, in our innovation lab, we have this thing to empower the rural, this family is focused on the rural communities to empower them. But it's not only streamlined. I'm a fish farmer. I'm also a cassava farmer. I have a cassava farm as well. I do technology on top. Because after you do technology finish, you don't go to job. I mean, so that is the reason we saw Mr. Ife with that presentation. So please, a round of applause to awesome. Thank you. Thank you very much. So is this training, the hashing that is not specified, we have the innovation lab. We have that laboratory where you can learn hashing. We have about 10,000 fishes right now that we are breeding. A big protein. Is it breeding? A big protein. Protein and then. Don't be my faith. My career is Yes, so that is the reason we brought him up on stage. So we are using agriculture to penetrate the villages. And we have mobile ambulance. You know the ambulance with bicycle? The bicycle, we don't really do one for Kenya. So the bicycle has a bed. You don't have the picture. Okay, the bicycle has a bed and it's bicycle, and you know bicycle does not use fuel. Now look at the price of fuel and all these things. So why are we doing that mobile ambulance? For all those our sisters, our mommies or relatives in the villages. Sometimes some are pregnant, no motor, no car, nothing to take them to the clinic. Somehow just sometimes there might be an emergency. So the Glappy Village Initiative, one of our programs is to have that facility. We have that bike. We have about 50 of them in Kenya who are doing the same thing in Nigeria, and they are going to be in your village, Ororope, Orogu, Okpaka, name it, all the local villages around, so that if one woman get headache for that village, they will feel wrong to carry our bicycle, and we are not charging. It's free for those communities. Thank you. And imagine that with also teaching villagers sustainable agriculture, how they can take their products, put it online, so that me and you no go carry our big motor go village, go obtain books, go make the money, the villagers don't make money. So we want to empower them as well, so that they know the channel of how to take their products right from the village to Lagos by themselves without bringing in an intermediary. So that is the reason why my colleague there, Mr. Raka, did that presentation on fishery, on fish farming. And so in case, I'm just trying to put some color to it so you can understand why that's done. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. You can already see that we have a lot of lectures already and we are almost rounding up. But just in spite of the place of, we're going to call the Glappian kids, we call them Kids Can Dance, just to entertain us just a little. So if the Glappian kids are here, we want to welcome you on stage. Then we'll have just one last class for you before we let you go today. Thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate each and every one of you who is still here with us. And so here we have the Kids Can Dance, just to spice up the place a little bit. So DJ, hit us with a song, let the kids entertain us just a little while.
More music at Glappy.com. God has given us victory. He has taken away our fears. What the enemy plans to do, God has turned it around for good. Now we dance was the victor. Move was the victor. Clap, clap, clap.
Well done. Now listen, it's not just about the adults, about the older people. Now we have young folks who are trooping into the Glappy world. Now I would want us to meet another Glappian. Sir, may I meet you please?
Yeah, my name is Avrekeli, and I am part of the Glappy village.
Do you hear that? It's part of the Glappy village. Now I would want to know why associate yourself with Glappy in such a time as this?
Yeah, right now in the world, everything is digitalized, everything is tech. You can't drive now, you are going to tech. You can see Elon Musk designing what's called Teslas and the rest. We are everything in the world is evolving into tech. So right now, one of the best things you can do is to go into tech. And going into tech from Africa, especially, Glappy is like a springboard for you. So once you go there, you have to the top.
You are to the top. Now, speaking of to the top, tell us how you see yourself being collaborating with Glappy. Where do you see yourself in the next 3 years, sir?
In the next 3 years, Glappy, because right now I'm a software engineer, and Glappy is for any field in tech you are. If you are a software engineer, if you're a scrum master, anything you are, Glappy has the room for you. So with Glappy there, I see myself working for top tech companies because Glappy gives you the opportunity to be able to work for companies in the US, in Canada, and the rest. And then they give you opportunity to learn from people that have been there before. So maybe you can learn from somebody that has been with Facebook and you are here in Nigeria or you are in Cameroon or somewhere. So that's the beauty of it.
Okay, now this is off of the camera, but sincerely, I really want to know if Glappy wants to give you an open check to any country of your choice, which would it be and why?
To be the US, of course, because basically US is the center of opportunities when it comes to tech. That's what the big tech companies were found. And then once those ground, once you're on US, and there's a lot of opportunities for you. You get it. And so US is the best for me right now.
US is the best for him, and I'm speaking it into existence. US is coming, bro. Have a Glappy day. Thanks for having you, sir.
Break the line of thought. But meanwhile, when we have this kind of scenario in our village, there's something we do. Like my brother here introduced the agile environment. He talked about agile when we started this conversation. There's something we do in the agile environment to drive engagement, to drive collaboration. Yeah, but the light has already come. I wanted us to do that, but since the light is here, let's continue. Maybe we can just blast us some music to ease the tension a little. Yeah, it was a perfect time.
All right, see, he was talking about agile. I gave a presentation on agile. You know, if you understand the agile way of working, nothing takes you by surprise. Do you understand? Nothing takes you by surprise, even in your business, in education, in every field that you have. You have what to do at every given time. You can easily switch and you are still driving collaboration and you are still producing value wherever you are. And so it's a system of working that is working everywhere. So even here in Africa, we can use it. And so right about now, we want to call one of our partners who has been with us for the past 12 years. And he's going to give us a little presentation. Is the slide on? Okay, not a problem. But so we're going to call on one of our partners. We have with us here Prince Tejiri, who is from UPI, is one of our partners of Glappy, to speak to us briefly. Please give him a round of applause. This is the UPI partners who are working with Glappy. Welcome so much, Prince. We really appreciate your coming and staying with us. We really appreciate you. Thank you. Please give him a round of applause, please. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Glappians. Okay, you don't have a code with which you. Alright. Like you said, my name is Prince Tejiri. By the grace of God, I'm a man of various faces. I do a lot of things. I'm an entrepreneur. I work. I also work for the government, while serving the government as an entrepreneur. I'm married to my beautiful wife here.
Let's appreciate that. Okay, but then, as I said, I'm a man of various faces. But there's one aspect of me that has held sway for the last 12, 13 years. And that's an aspect that has vision and purpose. It's what brings me to what I do. And the name of this organization or this vision, or the platform that's giving this vision fit to run, is called Upia. And with me today, I'm here with the wonderful, amazing Upia team. These are guys that have been consistent, determined, and purposeful with this vision. So I want you guys to help me celebrate also Upia team. I'm not here alone, like you guys can see. We have our Director General here in the house. Thank you so much for having us. Glappy. I'll just say very few things and I'll be out of your face. I chose to talk about Upia last because Upia is what gave me the platform to be standing before you. What is Upia? Upia is an acronym for the Global Progressive Youth Association. Some of you might have met with Upia online before today. Some of you might have benefited from some of our programs. But as Mr. Victor rightly said, Upia has been in partnership with Glappy for the past 12 years, where we started running with this vision. Now, what was the reason for this vision? The reason for this vision was that certain young people, and I'm glad some of our fathers have left us, but I want to pray for indulgence. Just listen to this my small Glappy for a while. Most of us here are still youth. And certain young men, about 13 years ago, came together and they looked at our society, especially our immediate environment, or immediately. One of the things that we were known or acronymed with was that we are violent people. Everyone will know that crime. Then, if comedians talk joke, they talk about worry, they say wax free. So once you say you are a worry boy, I schooled in the University of Ibadan. Once you say you are a worry boy, the thing that comes to their mind is a stubborn person. They carry gun, if you shoot gun, they not go shake. You understand? But I don't know that we as Deltans and largely Africans, which is the reason for the African dream, we have more on the inside of us than just violence. Am I communicating? There is this passion, there is this drive, there is this strength that is in the natural Delta to succeed. And that's why everywhere we go, we always come at us. If you have not done it before, leave Delta State. Go to choose any field. Put your the same struggle that put you through the stress that you have gone through. We always bring you talks. We have evidences in sports. We have evidences in boxing. We have evidences in technology like Mr. Russell is doing today everywhere. And so these young guys came together and said that we want to change the narrative. We want to build a society. We want to re-engineer young people, youth and women, and give them a direction. So we formed Upia. Now many times when Upia is talked about, many people think Upia is just a social club. Yes, we do go for social gatherings. One person married and three of us there. So we are social. Many people thought Upia is just one political gathering. But most of them fail to see the vision. And the vision of Upia is very, 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 very similar with everything that you have heard about Glappy. And so I want to give it up for Glappy. I want to give them a round of applause, Mr. Victor, for all what they've been doing. In Upia, we say something. We say every youth can fly. Every youth can fly. We believe that every one of us can do well in life. None of us has to be at the background because our back was on the ground when we were born. Our founding president will always say something. He said, Tupac Shakur, the same Tupac Shakur that we all know, will always say something. He said, if the rich fail to spread their riches among the poor will do what? They will spread their poverty amongst the rich. What he's trying to say is that if the rich men, the so-called rich men of the society today, the you that think you went to school, the you that think you are doing Glappy innovation, if you fail to teach the next person around next to you, if you fail to spread this vision, if you fail to carry this idea, tomorrow that same guy that you refuse to teach will turn to a hooligan. We turn to the only thing I'll be in his head will be cultism or prostitution. And then when you are going on the street and you are doing your own remote business, you are working from home, you are making money online, that guy will break into your house and steal your laptop. Am I communicating? And so that's the reason for Upia, and that's the reason why we have done all what we have done. Time will not permit me to go and start telling you everything we have done. I will list a few, and I'll talk about the partnership with Glappy, and then I'll be out of the face. When Upia was formed in 2012, we had an ICT center where we're teaching young minds computer, basic computer, but most importantly, leadership. We had several leadership courses, and by the grace of God, some of our volunteers there are now leaders, even in government. We have Honorable Matthew Monade, who is a member of the House today. He was our lecturer for community development and law. So one of the emphasis that we had was that while we are training people, while we are giving them skill, we must train them on leadership. We must re-engineer our minds to build young people that will have a responsibility to society. So that tomorrow we will not keep replacing people in government who don't have certificates, and will keep suffocating those who have certificates. We metamorphosed from that, and we began to bring this real skill acquisition. We've done a whole lot. I will not, time, like I said, will not permit me to say a lot, but we have empowered thousands of youth free of charge. One of the ideas we spoke about is similar to what we did in Ethiopia. What we were able to do was, we started going to robo patrons, and we mandated them to train youth on different skills, bulldozer, operation, welding and fabrication, catering, different skills, production and all of that. So we said that if one rich man or one Uwobo patron can empower one youth, we have removed one youth from the streets. Is that not so? Is that not so? Yes. And so that's what we kept on doing. And we began to partner with vocational centers. We partnered with Evangelist S.O. Lotu. Some of us might know him here in Osubi. We partnered with Bising's fashion design. We partnered with so many people. Some of my team here, they are facilitators. But as we began to grow, we realized two things. Number one, we could not be streamed in our location because our secretariat is located. Secondly, our name Upia was also limiting us because many people think that it's limited and it's just for the robots. Many Isokos will come. Can I participate? Can I join? We say yes, it's free. Come along. And so we began to think of how to go, and that gave birth to what we call today the Global Reformers Crusaders Network. Global Reformers Crusaders Network is a baby of Upia and is going worldwide. But that's by the way. We also gave birth to what we call the Mobile Empowerment Train. And today, the Mobile Empowerment Train was inaugurated, just flip through the slides, I'm not using it. Was inaugurated in 2017. And it was commissioned by Evangelist Dr. S.O. Lotu. We had the likes of Dr. Wanoa from the US in that meeting. Now, what does the Mobile Empowerment Train, what does it do? What we do is that the train moves from community to community. When the train comes to your community, we anchor in the community for a while, maybe say 2 weeks, and then we provide free skill acquisition to members of that community. And by the grace of God, we have been able to go into several communities in the whole of Delta State, Bayelsa and environs. And as I speak with you, we are having calls from Oyo State
and from Zamfara to come and do the same thing that we have been doing in Delta State. When I came on board, because like I said, I'm also an aviator, I'm an air traffic controller, we also came up with this scheme, with this vision. So make our people aware about the aviation sector. I used to think that for you to become a pilot, you must go to university and graduate before you become a pilot. I didn't know that if my child wants to become a pilot, all he needs to do is finish secondary school, give him a platform, go to the aviation college in Zaria, and voila, he doesn't need to be writing jam. The point I'm trying to make is this: information is power. Information is power. And what Glappy is doing is that they are bringing what is innovative, what is obtainable out there in the world, and they are bringing it to our doorstep. And this is the same thing that UPIA has done over the years. And so today, in the mobile empowerment field, we now have what we call the aviation awareness campaign, where we are empowering you to have some campaigns on the opportunities that are available in the aviation sector. How many of us know that we have 2 airports in Delta State? Delta State is the only state that has 2 airports. Well, how many of our people are working in those airports? How many of you know that those ladies that we call air hostess that do we call them cabin crew? Those cabin crew, they are professionals, and you know that they are being paid at least 500 to 1 million monthly. But you don't know, there are so many opportunities that can be brought to our people, and it is through visions like UPIA and Glappy that these visions can be brought to our doorstep. We also have the blockchain revolution. We have the Vision 10 Tech that seeks to train 10,000 youths in 10 different technological skills. Thank God we are partnering with Glappy. We know that Glappy will make that vision very seamless. I want to give it up for Glappy once again. Alright? So, what's the point I'm trying to make? Nigeria is one of the youngest populations in Africa. It is estimated, can we hear me? Yes, sir. It is estimated that Nigeria has 20% of the young population in the whole of Africa, because we are the most populous country in Africa. I want to encourage every one of us here, like I said, or like Mr. Baker said, they cannot do it alone. We cannot do it alone. But if you join this moving train, if you partner with us, if you enroll with Glappy and understand these issues, I believe that in 10 years to come, we will have empowered people. Like I said, I'm not missing words. My students from 10 years ago, some of them graduated with first class because we instill leadership in them. Some of them are leaders of industry today. Some of them are here, some of them are in this movement. So we can replicate this and make our society better. Is it possible? Yes. Is it doable? Yes. Are we promising that we will do this together? Yes. So I'm talking to an energized young audience. Can we do this together? Yes. Can every youth fly? Yes. Are you guys ready that we're going to fly with this vision of Glappy and UPIA? Yes. Alright. So I'll drop our contacts with them. If you want to know more about the aviation awareness program, if you're interested in aviation, you want to know more about the Vision 10 Tech and every of our programs, just meet with the organizers of Glappy. And like I told them outside, the UPIA mobile empowerment train is already made a course. We've developed it so much that it's not a course of study, a PhD course in the UK. Our founding president, the president of the South Africa, is not in the UK, and is using it as a research. What that translates into is this. What it translates into is that UPIA is going to partner with Glappy. And we've already talked about 56 communities. We're going to be going from community to community, so you can liaise with your community chief or community head. As we are coming with our skill empowerment, everything that you see Glappy doing will be coming, all of the innovations will be coming. And I believe that in 10 years, when we see ourselves, we will not be known as just people that are stubborn, hooligans, and prostitutes from Delta State or from Nigeria. But we'll be Nigerians that will be changing the world and leaders of industries. Thank you so very much.
Please give him a round of applause once again. I think Obiang is doing great work in our communities all around Delta State and beyond Delta State. And so I want to play some testimonials to you so that you see some of our Glappians who have gotten jobs and their testimonies of what Glappy has done to them in our diverse community. So the media man, if you have that, please let the video roll.
Hello, good evening. Bonsoir. My name is Faustin Gomez and I have been certified Scrum Master. I usually speak in English, but I think this testimonial I need to do it in French so that I'll be more sincere and explain to you better what I feel about this program. Donc je disais, mon nom c'est Faustin Gomez, je suis un Scrum Master certifié.
Alright, listen man, if you give me another one, we will not be able to get any violence. He's a Cameroonian. Lower the volume. Lower the volume. I'll tell you a little bit about it. Like I told you, Glappy is from Africa. And so this is a Cameroonian who has gained from the Glappy village and has gotten a job as a Scrum Master from Cameroon. He's working for people in the US and in the UK. And he's giving his testimony about this very video now because he's a Cameroonian and they speak both English and French. So he's giving his testimony in Cameroon, in French. So please, can you read another one? Thank you.
Internship starts today Tuesday. I'm here to just tell you, Christina. Take
We are glad